Have you ever wondered why some high performing teams suddenly fall apart? Things look so good from the outside, but inside it's a little more like a reality TV show. Unexpected alliances, some dramatic plot twists, some weasel stealing office snacks or leaving dirty coffee cups in the sink. Okay, maybe a little more serious than that. What are some things that can kill even the best teams? They are so sneaky, most leaders don't even see them coming. Because if we did, we'd stop it, but we don't. Last time we talked about trust, communication, and diversity as required elements for high performing teams. Great teams that work well together are the backbone of successful companies, especially in this fast paced world of tech startups where things are changing constantly. But when those are missing or out of balance, even the strongest teams can become dysfunctional. And the result? Decreased productivity, high turnover, and a toxic work environment that just crushes innovation. Ugh, don't want that. So let's explore three sneaky factors that destroy high performing teams. The first one I call the say do gap. Trust is the foundation of any high performing team. We talked about that last time. And when trust is absent, team members become hesitant to share ideas, take risks, or collaborate effectively. And that leads to a culture of suspicion, micromanagement, and fear of failure. Leaders undermine trust when we give lip service to values that don't really exist. Core values that no one lives by. Maybe they're in a drawer. Maybe there's something we made up a long time ago and said, here's our core values, and nobody paid attention to it after that. It's like saying time off is important and then not taking any and making some side comments about those who do, asking for input and dismissing it, doing our own thing anyway, or saying we want ideas and then stomping all over them because they aren't fully baked yet when they're proposed. When what we say doesn't align with what we do, that's the say do gap, trust falls apart. And as a leader, you have to own it. I have to own it. And we've got to make sure that authenticity and transparency rule. Don't get stuck in that gap, that mismatch. The second one is schisms. That's a weird word, isn't it? And I chose it intentionally because it's weird. It makes your brain go, what? Schisms. It literally means disagreement, dissent, factions. And this one may be the most insidious. It's best described as backchannel conversations, alliances, gossip, and all the political crap that we probably moved away from in those big companies and started our own. We're like, oh, we don't want that stuff. But it happens, in big companies, small companies, it happens everywhere. It's those little things, hey, can you believe that? Don't repeat this, but or between you and me, that person, yeah, don't let that happen in your company as a leader. Don't do it, and warn your team about it. Encourage disagreement and dissent in appropriate meetings, but when a decision is made, the team has to be aligned. No schemes, no gossip, no backbiting, no secret alliances. That monster kills teams, and left unchecked, it grows up to become something that is just disgusting. Kill monsters while they're small. Don't treat them as pets. Don't feed them. Don't let them grow up, especially that one. Make sure that those no schisms, no political alliances, none of that gossip and backbiting. And the third one, another weird word, homogeneous teams. Homogeneous just means the same, but it's another one that's like, makes the brain think. And this happens when a leader hires people just like them. And I see this all the time. I did this in early companies because I didn't know what else to do. It's like, hey, I like me. So, they're like me. So they must be good. And we see this a lot. Maybe it's type A only people. Maybe it's, salespeople are really good at sales. So they hire salespeople just like them. Maybe it's an engineer, somebody that has that engineer mind. Maybe it is only from a specific industry. They've got to come from this industry because that's where the good people are. Or it's a single ethnic group. I see this and it's all sorts of different types of companies. And it's like, well, they're like me, so I'm going to hire them. And we all like people who are like us. It's a natural thing. And a lot of it's because we like us. And so, like I said, it's one of those things that we look at it and we go, yeah, they're like me, so they must be good. Another way that this happens is hiring people who just say yes and agree with us. They don't have any backbone, they don't have any pushback. They're just like, yeah, okay, I'll go do that. It makes us feel pretty good as leaders when, we say jump and they just jump. But a homogeneous team can lead to groupthink, where innovative ideas are stifled or non existent, and problem solving becomes very limited very quickly because we all see things the same way. Without diverse perspectives, teams may struggle to adapt to new challenges or identify creative solutions. So embrace diversity by building teams with varied backgrounds, different skills, different viewpoints. We need people who push back. Look for that. Yeah, I want somebody who wants to question, and it can be incredibly frustrating and incredibly valuable, especially when I get past my own stuff and listen when they push back or disagree. We want people who can disagree without being completely disagreeable curmudgeons. Encourage a culture where different ideas are valued and leveraged for better decision making. Recognizing and addressing these issues early is crucial to maintaining a cohesive, productive team. Be on guard. Don't let these little monsters grow up. Have you faced challenges with team dysfunction? Share your experiences in the comments. Let's learn from each other and keep our teams thriving.